the Premier League ever been more challenging?
Right, wel. I feel welcome. Dit is my home and I want to achieve success. Okay?
Okay, people, like Ten Hag said, he wants to achieve success. And welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another Ruby Reacts on the news and breaking the press. So beat the press. And some breaking news came out today from The Guardian, no other, to say the Jacob Steinberg story, to say exclusive that Manchester United have decided to sack Ten Hag, according to his report. This was dropped like a bomb around 3 o'clock on the Friday, before an FA Cup final, which led a lot of controversials, a lot of tweets and retweets, and a lot of YouTube channels also doing videos saying, goodbye, Erik. You know, Ten Hag sacked, or Ten Hag here, Ten Hag there. But I want to bring a little bit nuance to this podcast or to this short stream to say that it hasn't been sacked. Not so ever. You got to follow the red line, and you got to understand what this is all about, according to my opinion. I've been following up ever since this was published with my tier one journalist network, Court Offside, Strategy News, and a lot of others, and also reading what's been said and done. And if you know this channel, it's all about to have a balanced approach, not to be sensational. So let's dive right into the story, 100%. So this stemmed from 3:21 p.m. my time, at least, that was broken by Jacob Steinberg. Now, worth to mention, let me just go into my reaction. And then it also was follow up later on by Jan-Åge Fjørtoft to say that Ten Hag was told a week before Arsenal game that he's going to be sacked, that he's not going to be the next manager. So what's it's going to be before the Arsenal game? That was not a long time ago, and pretty much just after Jason Wilcox came on board. But what is the truth? According to Demazio as well, which we absolutely debunked, said he's 100% sure. So does this stem from that original report here? Is this a spin-off? Certainly believe. But my take on it, according to my opinion, if I may say so, it's more likely to be like this. Let me just put this to the stage, right? I tweeted after I did my research, basically to say, I hope you can see this. This is an update, you know, contrary to common belief that the Ten Hag sacking buzz at Manchester United. Let's just spin the buzz, because it's been a buzz for a long time in the British media. Did not stem from Ineos or Manchester United. So this didn't come from United or Ineos. Despite Jacob Steinberg, he's a good journalist, in my opinion, but he's not close to United, doesn't have any ties to United whatsoever. We can confirm that this story, according to my opinion, does not come from Ineos or Manchester United, despite common belief. There's a lot of whispers going around this, and why should Steinberg be the first? If you haven't heard it from Ornstein, you haven't heard it from Fabrizio Romano, and again, let me just stress this. Steinberg is a very good reporter. I know, The Guardian, but he has no close ties to United or Ineos. Even if he got the scoop, my problem is, as a journalist and United fan, you know, even if it's true or not, you could have waited until the FA Cup to publish it. But I'm not his editor. This is what I said. Now, this is not the first time we see these kind of reports before a big game. We've seen it before in the Manchester United's history. So does this have any legs? Is he sacked before or after? You know, what should it be? Now, certainly, we got to bring in what Fabrizio Romano has been saying as well. So let's just play what Fabrizio is saying.
Manchester United will wait for the final, obviously, will give Erik the opportunity of the final, but in general, the possibility of saying Manchester United and then Hag part ways after the final remains concrete. It's true that Manchester United now started discussing internally options to replace the Hag in case they will part ways after the final, and also Manchester United.
So it's true what he's saying, that they are potentially talking about a succession planning. but nothing as of concrete. Let me play this further. So they're just basically preparing just in case they part ways, which is a normal procedure. So basically, Fabrizio Romano is pretty much saying that, yeah, he's not even confirming the story whatsoever. Earlier, he said it's true that they are planning with Ten Hag for the transfer. It is true, but still, after, this doesn't really gel with me. So you would normally pull the trigger before, right? So you will have more time because you're going to speak to agents, you're going to speak to representatives like players, who's going to be the manager. Why wait? Why wait after the FA Cup? Why then why start now to speak to other agents, representatives regarding managers? Doesn't really make sense, right? And even if it does have fucking legs, why would you do so, right? In the middle of a transfer window that starts in 2 weeks, it doesn't add up to me. Fabrizio Romano earlier today also said in another video that, it's the story still remains, it's speaking the truth. Basically, he said that they are planning for the transfer window. Ten Hag is going to be a part of it. They're going to go for this preseason tour. As far as I'm concerned, the decision will be made after the FA Cup. Win or lose, will they sack him either way? I mean, at the end of the day, if you look at the manager situation, it started to the puzzles are starting to formulate. Kieran McKenna is heavily wanted by Chelsea. Kieran McKenna does not want to renegotiate with Ipswich. He wants something better and bigger. Now he's up in the Premier League. So he's listening to Chelsea, what they're saying. He said no to Brighton, apparently. And now today, if they are saying that they've been speaking to Kieran McKenna and his agents for a potential, just in case they part ways, or for potentially be his succession planning, I think that they might have some truth in it. But Pochettino is nowhere near close to it. Tuchel is nowhere near close to it either. What I've been hearing is, that has some legs regarding McKenna, but it's also have legs regarding De Zerbi. And somebody mysteriously pulled that buyout option for De Zerbi. So where is De Zerbi going? Is it going to Chelsea, perhaps? Chelsea is looking at other managers as well, right? Hansi Flick is going to Barcelona. Bayern is appointing Vincent Kompany. This manager merry-go-round does not really sit well with me. It's a shortage of managers, and it looks like it's a trend in Europe that they don't want the award-winning CV, the winner. Everyone seems to go with the Mikel Arteta model, the young, up-and-coming. We want a young manager. We are on a rebuild. We're going to build new squads, so therefore we need a unproven manager that can bond and stamp his authority with these players. But what does that mean if they get rid of Ten Hag in terms of player power? Because Ineos has been saying we want a head coach only with, basically a yes man. We basically form the style of play. We handle all the recruitment, and you just shut up and do what we told you. So that means that what about the player power underneath the manager? Because they all of a sudden not going to have any respect to the manager. So they're going to go around the manager or the coach, head coach, and go straight to Will Cox and Dan Ashworth or whoever that might be. So you haven't really solved the player power if you, go this route, according to my opinion. I find it really fascinated. I just can't get my head around it because we've been fighting this player power forever. And if then you get rid of Ten Hag, which might be a possibility, then you look at bringing Sancho back, bringing all these toxic players back. What is your intention in the summer? So far, there's been a lot of good PR, good intention to say, hey, we are appointing Will Cox, we are doing Omar Barada. We still haven't got Dan Ashworth. We're dilly-dallying with Ashworth and his legal battles. So we are a little bit behind the process, aren't we? We have a very important summer window when we're going to sell a lot of players. And Ten Hag has apparently been part of these discussions with Wilcox and the remaining of the people that are in charge that are not really working as of yet. So is it paper talk? Is it rumors? Or is it somebody just jumping the gun, according to The Guardian? Did he jump the gun? Because for me, he does not have any connections to United. He does not have any connections to Ineos. It's one day before an FA Cup final. Why not just post a story? He's got an editorial. I just want to go into further to this story as well, because I spoke to my good colleague, the chief editor of Strata News, Dale O'Donnell, as well. I want to share what he tweeted as well. Bear with me. Bear with me a second. So Dale is just come out to tweet, understand the stance from Manchester United remains the same, regardless of stories trying to distract from the primary focus being on the FA Cup final. The 2023-24 season, including Ten Hag's job, will be reviewed after the Cup final. No decision will be made before then. Now, guys, I'm tired of these stories. I am tired 100%. And as a United fan, I am absolutely gutted to see this coming up before an FA Cup final to demoralize the team. More questions will be asked at Ten Hag, more pressure on the players. And we really, really want to win this trophy to sort of salvage something out of the season. Now, I'm absolutely fuming. Right. As a fan, I'm fuming. This is not on. And we've seen this before. Paul Pogba, his agent Mino Raiola, before the Europa final came out 1 day or 2 days before the final, and start yapping and bitching and moaning, right? Creating troubles. We all remember that. Now, again, right? I'm tired of journalists that are not Manchester United fans that are just following editorial clickbait shit. Even if it's true or not, you should not publish this before a big final game. Right? But it's Friday. Money in the bank. Boom. Let me go to the comment section. Let me hear what you are saying. Sorry. I just really was not really prepared. Gas Taylor glazes up, brother. I can't see this being the only paper talk when different rumors is coming out. Just disgrace coming up before a cup final. Exactly. Now, if you're following this up, the mouthpieces, the aggregators are retweeting this, feeling this. But if you look around, what did Fabrizio Romano tweet? Did he say anything about it? No, he didn't. Jan Åge Fjortoft is very good when it comes to German league, saying that, yeah, I knew this before the Arsenal game, that he was told that he's going to be sacked already then, right? Okay, so why you haven't said anything then until now? A lot of people are jumping on the bandwagon. A lot of my colleagues on the YouTube space are already writing the headlines. Goodbye, Ten Hag. Ten Hag sacked. Ten Hag this. Nothing is concrete, people, until the fat lady sings. You know this channel, right? It ain't over till the fat lady sings. So we got to look at all the sides of the stories. Who said what? What is the truth? Where does this story come from? And what is your real, credibility? Now, as I said, Steinberg, very good journalist, but no tier one into Ineos and Manchester United. It would be me that has no credible reputation as well. I'm not a tier one, I'm tier three or whatever. You know what I mean? It's like me starting to publish this straight away. People say, are you ITK, yeah? Right. The thing is that this hasn't really caught up by other journalists, right? If I speak to my colleagues in the industry, they're going to say, I don't know, right? I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. We haven't heard anything. So for me, I go on the line of being a fan. Absolutely appalling. And I agree with you, guess, what you're saying. Jarle Malmin, what you are saying. The Twitter message from Jan Åge says it all. Erik Ten Hag knew he would be gone before we played Arsenal. He's done. I also think that United has triggered a service release clause. And you got to be careful. Even if I wrote that article and even if I spoke to Alfredo Pedula, somebody's triggered that release clause. Now, they've been very slick, those Ineos, right? They've been trying to keep a very tight lid. And even if this is true, there was never their intention for this information to come out. But how did this journalist get the scoop of it if he's not close to Ineos or Manchester United? My instant thought that, is this somebody, jumping on the bandwagon from the original tweet from Di Marzio, which, by the way, we today are my sources within the Manchester United club just laughed at it, say this is absolutely rubbish. It's got no truth in it. Or maybe it's a deflection from their end. Maybe they're defending. But if somebody within the club telling our credible sources, which is tier ones within the British journalism, saying that this got no legs, there's no truth, then why would, his story be true from the Guardian? I don't know. I don't like it a bit, what Nicky's saying. Neither do I, as a fan, I don't like it, especially we're playing a big game. Good luck, Ten Hag. Outers wanted to rinse and repeat the cycles. I even saw somebody posted a 40 reasons tweet, 40 reasons why Ten Hag should be sacked. And I responded to him, how long did it take you to compose this tweet? 40 points. That was a big, massive tweet. He spent a lot of effort to it, so big up. Yeah, you couldn't, no audio. Okay, there was no audio on the Fabrizio Romano. Oh, there was no audio. Maybe I should redo it. Let me wait. Let me see. Okay, I'm going to pull back the Fabrizio Romano to the stage again. Let me do this, people. And I forgot to switch on the audio. Pardon.
Manchester United and Erik Ten Hag to part ways after the final remains concrete. It's true that Manchester United now started discussing internally options to...
So basically saying now they're starting to talking, right? That's what he's saying. He's not saying 100%, right? Before he said something about it's true that Manchester United Ten Hag are planning for the summer, been heavily involved with the transfer. Nothing has been decided. But now he's saying that now they are looking perhaps for a succession plan. Let's continue listening.
Place Ten Hag in case they would part ways after the final. And also Manchester United started to make some contact with agents of managers to be ready in case they fire Erik Ten Hag.
So he's saying there are precautionary starting to make contacts just in case. But he's using the ready to fire. The thing is what we spoke about my podcast yesterday. What if it's a mutual consent? What if it's Ten Hag that said, I don't want to play your game. I want to have control. You just want me to be a puppet, a yes man, to have no say in the transfer window, want to be a head coach, and I'm going to tell you what to do. And this comes down to, player power will undermine the manager. Let's continue.
So after the final, they will make a final decision on Erik Ten Hag, but they are already preparing in case Ten Hag will be fired. So Ten Hag will be absolutely one to watch after Xavi, after Pochettino, and after all the situations we see in the managers market in the recent days.
Yeah. So basically, Fabrizio posted this 2 hours ago, peeps. So he's not 100% committing to it. So he's keeping his line, right? 6 hours early, he posted the situation remains the same. Manchester United is planning with Ten Hag, blah, 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 blah. And now 6 hours later, he's saying, well, Manchester United are talking to agents just in case, but nothing will be concrete after the FA Cup final. So this is a contradictory report. Some saying that he's already been fired. Jan-Åge Fjortov said he knew before the Arsenal game. This Guardian reporter also saying the Steinberg was also saying the same. And Ten Hag, I don't know what's going on. Anyway, now you had audio at least, guys. You had some audio. I'm sorry about that. Vase, yeah, we're not talking about Vase bunch of frauds. We are just reporting on the news, you motherfucker. So get out of my stream. Idiots. UK strains. I hate people like you, man. Why are you coming in here and being salty, right? Why are you pulling this old shit on, right? We are really talking about the future of the manager. Now, if you have some mods, please get him out of my stream. Idiot. Sorry, guys. I'm really upset here, like, as a fan, right? Really, because this is the future of Manchester United we're talking about. This is the way we're going forward. Are we going with an experienced manager? What is the intent of Ineos? Glazers are still here, right? This merry-go-round regarding the takeover circus, the scandals, the overall way we finished in the Premier League, and Ten Hag being sacked in or out. We just want to sort of get a clear answer. So sorry if I really blasted at you before, mate, but this is not the forum for you to come in here and talk gobbish. What are you saying here? Charlie McNeil has left Manchester United. I understand that as well. Big up to all of you. Paul Evans, Glazonomics, Mick. Yeah, that's what it is. Big up Andy Tate as well. Legend. You want in, Andy? Okay, do you want me to share the link to you, Andy? Hang on a second. Let me just copy. I check your WhatsApp, Andy. Let me just paste it to your WhatsApp, mate. I'm just gonna. Where are you, Andy Tate? I'm just gonna go invite Andy Tate to the stream as well. Brother, check your WhatsApp message. I just posted the link there. So come in anytime you're ready. There you go. There, boom. Send it to you, Andy. So yeah, you have the link there as well. But yeah, anyway, let me just go to the so you don't want Kieran McKenna, right? No, listen, I don't know much about Kieran McKenna, if he's the right fit or not, right? Obviously, he did fantastic under the 18s, like they won everything, right? Kieran McKenna was the number 2 for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and we know how that went. But then Kieran McKenna 100% left and did magic with Ipswich, like took them from Division 1 to the Champions, and now they're up in the Premier League, and he wants a new job. Big up, Andy Tate. How you doing? Andy.
Evening.
Just the man I need. Talk to me, because I'm absolutely all over the place at the moment. I don't know what the fuck to believe anymore.
I've just literally woke up about an hour or so ago, and I'm dealing with all this. I'm like, what? Can't be. Then you like say, I've been watching channels and that. I've been watching you as well. And to do this before a cup final, if you had any class in Ineos, you'd have done it after. At least Woodward had the decency to do it an hour after the game, not before the game.
Exactly.
So Woodward made being an absolute idiot, but at least he's not a backstabbing weasel. So, like you say, I don't. This club is, like you say, if the rumours are true, why are you doing this now before the cup final, where now you've already got an excuse? The players have got an excuse already now. So the players are ready to, like, you're going to down tools in an FA Cup final. This is our last bit to salvage. I think we all need it. We need this tomorrow. I think the fans need it more than the players. The fans need it more than the club.
The fans need it more than anything after this season, and we were planning to do. We're going to do the final preview at 9 p.m. as well, and this shit comes out, and I'm trying to psych myself up for tomorrow. Like, win, lose, or draw. We can't even draw, win or lose. There's a slim chance, but when you get shit like this, of course,
it's going to be murder, mate. It's going to be murder now, because if you're going to get rid of a manager, then players get another chance. Absolute carnage. You're going to get players who think it's okay to go on a piss to Belfast. Players who think they're very good because they reach a Champions League final and they come back with a swagger. Certain Scottish players who think they're good when they're just bang average. Other players are going to get. Well, they're getting away with murder, and this.
Listen, I spoke to.
Trust, but you're not going to get it doing it like this.
No, the thing is that they've spoken to some journalist colleagues, and they said, like, well, as far as we know, this is not true. It remains the same. They're going to finish the FA Cup final, and only then they're going to talk about it. It's true that they are pointing, like, they're talking to other representatives just in case. But nobody's really mentioned if it's going to be a mutual consent. What if Ten Hag says, fuck this, I don't want to be a part of this shit anymore. You're changing the structure, you're changing my contract. I want to have recruitment say, what if, right? So if this news is true, according to Unroll, is the club going backwards, Andy?
I think it's taken a really big severe step backwards. So to do this, like I say, there's no trust anymore. The trust is gone. It's eroded. I think Ten Hag's had enough. So I don't know what to expect. I mean, like you say, I think I want to win it, but it's you're fighting against the tide, mate. You've got no chance. Like you say, you could win tomorrow with, let's say, within an hour. Everybody's celebrating and everyone's down. Everyone's, like say, he's gone. Or you could be, like say, Man City win it. They're winning. They're on display. They've got a tour on Sunday in City Centre. Manchester United are gonna have to come out with something pretty quick to lift morale for the fans, because, like you say, I think the fans next season won't tolerate these players again, because it'll be light switch FC, light switch it on. Players will turn it on, and if a manager comes in and they bounce again, a year from now, we're back here. We're back here.
Yeah. Listen, mate, I'm absolutely shattered regarding this, right? You know, when you think of everything that we fans has gone through, right? This whole takeover process, been promising the world, you know, when Ratcliffe comes out to say that, yeah, you know, we want to sort of beat City, we want to be better, we want to win trophies again. Is this the way? You know, this doesn't sit well with me. Okay, I understand the appointment of Omar Barad and all that stuff, but the manager, really?
Yeah.
I mean,
I think for Jim Ratcliffe and Ineos, the two-faced, they really are two-faced hypocrites now.
right.
And basically, you're going the same way as the Glazers, mate. You may have all football control, but it seems to me you have more control than you're letting on. You know.
Yeah, but everything what they've said has been on par what they want to do, right? Okay, it's not proven as of yet. But when you come to the manager, at least break that cycle to let the manager cook his full 3 years, right? With the right backing. Just because an ex-Manchester United manager, player, or number 2 manager to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer happens to be available and wants to join Chelsea, doesn't mean that you have to get panicked and jump on him, right? No, just because he's one of ours.
I agree.
You know, we done this. We had this before. Ex-legends coming and manage, right?
Yeah, we did.
Point one.
We had this a couple of years ago. Look, when Ollie went, if Kieran had took over, do you think, like you say, he left instantly because he knew he couldn't work with that bunch of players at the time? And it's the same bunch of players, give or take a few transfers have left here and there. And like you say, even Michael Carrick left. Michael Carrick left after about 3 games, and he had an unbeaten track record. The fair play to Carrick. Yeah. So to come in, Kieran McKenna, wow, promotion, back-to-back promotion. It is very good.
It's impressive, but this is Premier League now.
This is like you say, you could get promoted from the Bundesliga 3rd division, get promoted to the Bundesliga. Doesn't mean you are top-notch quality manager in the top league. There's like, if we go for McKenna, I say it's David Moyes 2.0. Or it could be Michael Myers 2.0. We're going to have a nightmare season. The fans.
I don't mind McKenna. Listen, I don't mind McKenna, but the point is what I'm taking. Like, okay, take Vincent Kompany in Burnley, got promoted and got relegated again. You know, to manage in the Division 1 and playing the style of play that you play in the Championship is 2 different things than Premier League. Just because you were successful and had back-to-back doesn't mean that you're going to be successful where you are now. Okay, trial and error. But my point is, number 2 is, if you, Manchester United, Sir Jim Ratcliffe and Ineos wants to get back Manchester United back to winning ways, why are you going for the unproven manager? That means that, are we not going to win another trophy for another 3-4 years? Question mark?
You know what? It scares me. We could have a manager who is like in the David Moyes thing. We have to build up. Who is not proven in the Premier League, or if you go for a certain England manager who is a constant bottle job when you could have had 2 World Cup finals and a Euros win. Who is a manager who, like you say, let's say some of these players you can't manage him. They can't. They won't respond to criticism. They won't respond to praise. Most Man United players now are living in their own world. They live out of a world with this club. Just because you play for this doesn't mean you're anything special.
Yeah,
You think you made it, but believe me, mate, you're not. And let's say
it's too soon. It's too soon for McKenna. But it's too soon for McKenna. What's Welsh got to say the same?
And I don't want Gareth Southgate.
Is he getting greedy now? Is he getting greedy now? He got promotion. He told Ipswich, "Oh, I'm willing to listen to other clubs' opportunities. Listen to Brighton, Chelsea, and apparently he's been speaking to Manchester United, just in case."
I think Brighton more would suit him, mate. And it scares me. I've heard, like they say, De Zerbi has already signed a contract and it's been kept private. So I don't want De Zerbi. I'm still on the fence with Ten Hag because of all the crap, the performances, the excuses. All right, some excuses, but you've bullshit the fans the last few weeks with what you've been saying. We've been the best attacking-minded team in the Premier League. Oh, man. No. The Fulham game, we played the best. Mate, you played best for about 3 or 4 minutes near the end. We equalised. So the only honest thing Ten Hag has said is we can't compete for the title next season. Well, thank you. I applaud that. But next season, now, are we going to be mid-table again? We're going to be fighting for the fringes. Nothing.
That's why I don't.
The only way you progress this is you win the FA Cup, then you be a ruthless. You be absolutely stone cold Steve Austin. You start giving out stunners. Your career's gone. Don't be a puppet to Ineos, because if he is the manager, I don't want. They're going to try and control. It's a puppet manager. It's the Chelsea effect. It's puppet. You will dance to our tune, and this is what Ineos are going to do. This is what 100%. Believe it. They will dance.
That's why I say this is going to be player power 2.0. They're going to undermine the manager. Going to straight up to the board and say, "I don't like the way." Blah blah blah.
You know what? I don't care.
I thought they looked at everything and solved every single problem. We don't know yet, Andy. We don't know.
Hey, none of them Man United players will ever see a Premier League title medal. They won't, because of their fucking laziness, unwillingness to work, run, and play for the shirt. Just because you love the club and you're not performing on the pitch doesn't give you a goddamn fucking right. Sorry for swearing.
No,
but
okay.
It doesn't give you a right to think you're entitled to stay at the club. It doesn't.
Oh, it winds me up, mate. Winds me up. I'm trying to be professional, but I can't at the moment. Like, point number 3, what I'm saying here is that if you don't want to hover as a mid-table, if you're all of a sudden going to change manager because you have a new ownership, right? Everything that you've been doing for the past 2 years, you got to start off the process. Now you're actually cheating the process that's already started.
Yeah, we are on a process. I mean,
we are 2 years.
That's better in his 3rd season. I mean, he was getting the calls. You know,
the point is, what I'm trying to say, Andy, if this guy has 1 year left on his contract, stick with him, backing up, and let it just be. And then 2024 or 25 next season, there'll be better managers available. Then you go for the proper way. But to get everything going right now, like, to have a new footballing director and technical director, new CEO and new coach is too much for a rebuild.
Yeah. Would you blame Ten Hag if he walked out tomorrow morning before the match?
This is what I said. Maybe it's Ten Hag to say, I don't want to be part of it as well.
Nobody's
ever questioned that.
I just drop it on United. You know what? I just walk out the hotel, grab my things, grab my passport, get the first plane out of Dodge. I'm getting out. I can afford it. Just fly me to the Maldives for a month till this is cooled down. I'm out.
Yeah.
I drop it on him. I would leave with the most venomous blast at the club and the players. And then leave the players stunned at breakfast. You know what? F you, F the fucking lot of you. I'm gone.
Yeah, I don't want to. I hear you, my friend Mike Johnson.
You wouldn't blame him, would you? You wouldn't blame him to do it.
I'm not slating the club. I'm actually defending the club and everything what this club is all about. I'm tired of the certain media apparatus, the gravy train. They're not supporting Manchester United whatsoever. Are yet again doing it. the ones that I listen to, they are actually journalists that are actually Manchester United fans. Like, you know, they speak the truth. So even if this Guardian story was true, they don't give a fuck if they publish it before FA Cup final or after, to say. And if you read into it, it's the same thing what this Di Marzio was saying, the same thing. Like, you know, he will be gone, right?
Yeah, I think he will be gone. But would any other club do this a day before the cup final? Would Real Madrid do this next week to what you call it, Ancelotti, day before the Champions League final? I don't think they would. Say they had new visions for next season. I don't think they would. Only United would do this.
Andy, point number 4. John Åge Fjortoft was tweeting that he knew that they've told him before the Arsenal game that he will not be the Manchester United manager. Like, if you were told back then, why would you be fucking motivated to get this trophy tomorrow?
I know. For me, there should have been a change at what you call it after the Palace game straight away. I said that Palace game was just like, that was like, you know, enough is enough.
Yeah, enough is enough.
Enough. And who's to say that performance won't appear again tomorrow?
Yeah. Even if you're Ten Hag in or Ten Hag out, this, you got to agree, this does not sit down well, even if you're a diehard fan, right? You got to feel for it. This is not okay, right?
No. United are going to try and come out with some PR next week, which appeases everybody. But they say, I don't fall for it anymore. You know, the younger fans, like, you know, in the 20s, 30s, yeah, they'll try to appease them all. But like I say, I'm nearly 50 now. They'll just try to appease it.
What worries me now is that everyone is going for that. It's a trend. We are going for the next Mbappe, you know. We don't want to have the proven. We want to have the unproven manager. Like Bayern Munich, shockingly, they appointed Winston Company that got Burnley relegated, right?
Wow.
Shockwaves, right?
Wow.
Barcelona went for Hansi Flick, a little bit more experienced, but also a little bit washed out, a little bit, in my opinion. I don't know, man. Everyone seems to go for that Arteta model.
You know what? If United went for Tuchel, Zidane, Pochettino, you know what? It's a better fucking fit than fucking Kieran McKenna or Gareth Southgate. I won't be happy, but at least they know as a manager there who could. They're proven in a way. They've got proof. They've got football CV that they're established in European football. Not a loser England manager, and not a manager who's basically won back-to-back promotions.
Yeah. Big up Carlos for being a member for 11 months. Guys, if you do watching, please smash that like button if you're a Manchester United fan. It doesn't matter if you're in or out, but this is scandalous. We cannot have this coming up just before an FA Cup. And to put a little bit more salt on the wound, guess who is in the VR room tomorrow?
Oh, it's that Newcastle lad, isn't it?
Michael Oliver.
Yeah.
Michael Oliver, that got paid £1,000 to referee in UAE, sponsored by ADNOC, which is owned by no matter than the owner of Manchester City.
You notice over the last 7 days, right? Just like last year, Man City won a treble. Nobody was asked. Everybody's talking about Man United and Ten Hag. Now they've won 4 in a row. This week, it's all been about Man United. You see, nobody gives a toss. It's always been about Man United. You know, that's what it is. Good or bad. No one gives a toss that you won 4 in a row. You may do, that's fair enough. But
nobody gives a toss of whatever they win, and hopefully the 115 charges.
English media are going in. Do you know what? Within, I would say, 6 months, the English media will be after the next manager.
Can I mention something?
They'll go in on, if we get a new manager, they'll go in on the next manager.
Did you know that lobbying exists within the tier 1 media? They get money, they get sponsorships for towing a certain line. Could it be possible, hypothetically speaking, that a certain club that we're just speaking about, without even mentioning name, is taking a little bit money to spin the positive and say positive stuff about that club, particularly.
Possible. Like I say,
Yeah, they're bigging them up
I've
on
heard rumours
ESPN,
this
the
week.
best club in the world. Yeah.
I've heard charges are getting dropped due to government intervention. So
Yeah.
I've heard that
But
this
guess
week
what?
as well. So if that's true, if that happens, then I'm done with football.
But guess what, Andy?
I'm
Because
done
they
with
sit on the
football.
top of the pyramid. They are high billionaire pyramid. They're the most influential people, right? You know, how much have they invested in the UK in project? Do you think really they're going to get charged? Like, you know, Sheikh
I don't know
Mansour,
what I
come
don't
on.
know. Like I say, mate, I don't know what to believe anymore. I don't
I don't know
trust
either.
English
Fucking
football.
hell.
I don't trust the. It's all about. It's not all about the fans anymore. You may say it's
Listen.
about the fans. It's not about the fans. It's just about greed, money, corruption, backhanders, bent managers. Bent owners, and bent chairman. You know, it's not about us anymore, unfortunately.
Yeah, they were even discussing to have a beauty tax to pay them way out instead of getting points deduction and stuff like that. So it's all about money. Gas Taylor, I agree with you, buddy. And let's see what happens, guys. At the end of the day, we will still be supporting the club. And Nuruddin was absolutely right when he said that Ineos are Glazers 2.0. So far, what I said, everything that's been said and done has been okay, appealing. But if you go in and sack the manager and appoint I don't know, somebody that is not better than Ten Hag.
I want to be.
Somebody's not better than Ten Hag, then you're not progressing at all. And this is my problem, right? At least if you're going to replace Ten Hag, do it with somebody better.
Where'd you go? What'd you do? Like I say, there will be some try to appease everybody. Come Tuesday, they'll let the bank holiday pass. Then Tuesday, Wednesday, we have to go into PR overdrive just to buy us some time. PR spin, bullshit, PR. Oh, just smell the bullshit. Oh man, that's brilliant. Put it out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what I mean. Carlos, big up for your super chat, £5 donation. No top-notch manager will come to Manchester United because it's a clown show. Yeah, and that gets me thinking regarding Bayern Munich as well. Nobody wanted to come to Bayern Munich because of the structure and the toxic environment there. They have 5 managers rejecting, so they went to Vincent Company. What tells you that somebody wants to come to United to manage this shit show? Potentially because it's a new rebuild, new structure. Potentially because it's not the way it used to be. That might be the pulling power.
Possible. Like you say, he could have been out. He could. If Ineos, why didn't you just get rid of him in January when you came in? Just get rid. Then you might have qualified for Europe. You might have had a better end to the season. You might have got a bounce with a set of useless players. You know what I mean? You might have had that bounce to get into Europe. Then you assess somebody. So, like you said, they wrote it off. They wrote the season off in January in Ineos. So, and look at the state. We're still trying to negotiate for Ashworth. Personally, do you know what? Fuck him. I'm not interested in him.
Yeah. So, at the end of the day, they are the one that owns 27%. They are the one that have a say in the footballing operation. At the end of the day, we are fans, and we are dying to understand. Show us what the true meaning is, right? And I guess we will find out when August comes, you know. But for now, the uncertainty regarding Ten Hag stays or leaves, it's all about what they've been saying, getting the best-in-class people in. So for me to get a manager under Ten Hag like McKenna is not the best in class whatsoever. If you're talking about standards, perhaps the Serbies potentially can do it. I don't want to see a Thomas Tuchel, even if he won a Champions League title. His attitude just stinks, right? And I can't see anything else. The Pochettino, he hasn't really.
I will say something for Poch. He will continue what Ten Hag was doing with the youth development.
Yeah, exactly.
I think he'll use that. Tuchel would not. So if whoever comes in, I fear for Kobe Mainu. I fear for Højlund, Garnacho. Will they be suckered in by this player power crap? that's what I fear. They'll get sucked into it and they'll become what they shouldn't be.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, Andy, big up for coming in, having your fan opinion as well. Everyone in the VR room as well. Romano, one of them, loyal moderators. Like, new gaffer means new opportunities for existing players, meaning Sancho might come back. Rashford gets another chance. We're back to 0. We haven't changed anything, have we? We will see. We will see. Andy, are you available at 9 p.m.? Are you working, my friend?
I'm working, unfortunately, mate.
Bugger.
I might catch you later tomorrow because I'm not in work tomorrow night. But if we lose, I'll be here in and around. But if we win, you know what? I'm going to have a good beer. If we win tomorrow, I'll deal with what's happening the following couple of days. I'm having a beer Saturday night because I think we all need it.
We all need one. We all need one. But until then, people, stay tight. And we have a final to play tomorrow, 100%. We need to support this team. We want to win an FA Cup final. I at least want to win an FA Cup final.
I think I need this as well, mate. After the last few months, I need this FA Cup. I really need this FA Cup. More than, I would say, half the fan base. I'm sorry. But that's how I've been feeling this season.
Yeah, so win-lose, we will be there, 100%, Andy. We are doing the stream tomorrow, and I guess on Monday or next week, we'll find out what the true intent is, because then the season is 100% over, 100% over, and we go into the transfer market. Everyone that's tuning in, big up legends in the house, and sorry if I got a little bit upset, but I'm just done with this thing, right? I'm just done with this whole circus.
The silence from the club will be there from now till Wednesday at the latest.
Yeah. Big up all of you. Tune in later on at 9 p.m. Me and Jarvis are going live for the match preview for tomorrow. You know what? No matter what, glory, glory, Manchester United. And remember, Glaze is out as per usual. Big up, Andy. See you in a bit, 9 p.m. with me, myself, and Jarvis. Thank you for watching, and see you later. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching Mufc Realist TV. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us on the socials.